In this video, we're going to show you how to make this adorable dragonfly dimensional quilt block. We think you'll love it. One of our very best sellers, and I think the video is really going to help you succeed. So come to our website, www.thimble-Art.com, and find more patterns just like this. You begin by making all of your dimensional pieces. So I've put a paper pattern on top of two pieces of fabric that are right sides together, thin polyester bonded batting. The paper's pinned on top, and I sew on the outside solid line, and you can set the stitch length just a little bit smaller to perforate the paper. Then you cut on the outside dash line, and then you remove the paper, even the little bit that sticks in the seams. Take all of that out, turn it right side out. We'll begin paper piecing the dragonfly by doing area 1, 2, and 3. Area 1 being the body fabric. And I've placed a piece bigger than that area right side away because it's placed right where it's going to stay. Everything else is sewn and flipped. So number 1 is always right side away. And I can hold it up to the light to make sure all of area 1 is covered. Now, I actually made an extra copy of this paper pattern, and I cut out the different areas, and I pre-cut the backgrounds. And of course, these areas are bigger than the area that needs to be cut, but I wanted to get that angle right. You can do that, kind of saves a little bit on fabric, but also I can pre-cut all of my blocks, like stack all of number 2s in one area. And now I want to sew on the seam between 1 and 2, and I can crease it to transfer that location like that. Now, I want to place my background fabric 1/4 of an inch past that fold. The bulk of the fabric's opposite where I'm trying to cover. So when I turn it over and sew that line, this will fold back and cover area 2. We'll show you what that looks like. Now I folded back that background fabric so it covers area 2. Now I'm going to work on area 3. I can crease it on that line between 1 and 3. And then with this side, I'm going to place another background fabric just past that fold line so the bulk of the fabric is opposite where I'm trying to cover. Then I'll turn it over and sew that fold line. Now I've folded back that last background piece, and look how beautiful the little points are. That is the beauty of paper piecing. Then with this side up, I've machine basted where the first set of wings go into the seam, and that will transfer them to this side, that location. Then I'm going to put the open edge of the wings 1/4 of an inch past that basting, and I want the wing to kind of touch the body right there, and I'll pin those to secure them. Now I've placed background fabric larger than the next area I'm going to cover, and it's also aligned with the wing. The bulk of the fabric is opposite the area I'm trying to cover, and I'm going to do that on both sides like that. Then I'll turn it over and sew on the line that will encase that first set of wings. Now I folded both of those pieces back. I did trim the extra out of the seam allowance, and then with this side up, I machined, sewed, or basted where the wings and the head meet that seam, and that transfer it to this side. Now I'll place the second set of wings so that the open edge is past that basting like that. And I can add a little extra stuffing to the head if I want. Place the head along that line too. Now I'll place background fabric also past that basting so the bulk of the fabric is opposite where I'm trying to cover. Pin all of that so it's secure. Turn it over and sew that whole line. Now I finished paper piecing this last background. Trim the extra out of the seam allowance, and it flipped back, and I pressed it. Now I want to mark the antennae. And at that point, I can cut it out on the outside dash line all the way around, take the paper out, and then I'll outline stitch the antenna with embroidery floss, and then I'll tack the little head back over the antenna. And this little dragonfly just turns out so cute. And he's really not very hard. So I hope this helped.